Okay, we are going to learn a new strategy today for adding two numbers called the make a 10 strategy, or making 10. So I'm going to use two tens frames, and we are going to add the numbers 7 plus 5. Now, you might already know the answer to that, and that's fine, but I wanted to show you the actual strategy because eventually we will be using this strategy with larger numbers. So it's going to help us actually add larger numbers using mental math in our head. So we're going to start with smaller numbers first. So if I had 7 plus 5, I'm going to go ahead and make each addend in a tens frame. So I'm going to do 7 in red, and then I'm going to do 5 in yellow. Now, I'm going to use the make a 10 strategy, which is exactly what the strategy name is. You're actually going to see if you can make a 10. So I like to start by looking at the larger number and thinking to myself, how many more would I need to get to a full tens frame? So if I have 7 here, I can see that I only need 3 more to fill up that tens frame. Now, here's where the magic starts. I'm going to get that 3 from my yellow 5. So I'm going to move over 3 of that 5. So what I did is I broke apart, or here's a big word, decomposed the addend 5 into 2 smaller numbers. I broke it apart into 3 because I used the 3 to fill in the tens frame. And then you can see I have 2 left. And what's cool is we just made what's called a number bond. 3 plus 2 equals 5. So I still have the number 5 here. I just broke it into 2 smaller numbers. So I have a full tens frame now because I used the 7 and that 3 when I broke my 5 apart to make a full 10. So now I can have a new number sentence, 10 plus, now I'm not done because remember, we've got this 2 left. 2 equals, and this is easy peasy because adding tens, we know we just add 1 10 to the number. So is 12. So that means 7 plus 5 is also 12. Your sums will be the same because both number sentences have the same value. All we did was break apart the 5 into 2 smaller numbers. Okay, let's try one together. So if you have a piece of paper handy dandy, that would be great. And feel free to pause the video anytime you need. So how about we do 8 plus 6? So go ahead and fill your tens frames. One tens frame can be 8, and 1 can be 6. Okay, so I, again, am going to think of that larger addend, and I'm going to think, how many more would I need to make that a full 10, a complete 10? If I have 8, it looks like I have 2. So here's where the magic starts, remember. I'm going to fill that up by breaking apart this 6. And I'm going to show that in my number sentence. So I'm going to show that I broke apart the 6 or decomposed it into 2, because remember I took 2 and filled my tens frame, but also I've got 4 left over. So I broke my 6 apart into 2 and 4. And I know that this number bond is correct because 2 plus 4 does equal 6. Now, I can show that I made my 10 with the 8 and the 2. Plus, don't forget that 4. We didn't add that yet. And I know 10 plus 4 is 14. So that means that 8 plus 6 is 14. Did you get 14 as well? Awesome. Now I'm going to show you a mistake that sometimes my students make, and I want to see if you can figure out what the problem is. So, do some erasing here. Okay, so sometimes what I see is my friends will break down or break apart or decompose the 6 like this. 3 plus 3. Well, 3 plus 3 does equal 6. It is a number bond, but it's not going to work for the make a 10 strategy. Can you guess why? You are right. 8 and 3 would not make a 10. The whole purpose of the strategy is to make a 10 by breaking apart one of the addends so that you can make a 10. And if you break apart 6 into 3 and 3, that just doesn't work because 8 plus 3 is not 10. 8 plus 3 is 11. So that would not work. So we are going to make sure that we only break apart the number to make a 10. So 10 plus 4 equals 14. And 8 plus 6 equals 14. So this was for lesson 3.3 in your math book. So I would like you to work through the entire lesson of lesson 3.3, including the homework on both sides of the page. And then you can bring your book back to school. All right, Grace, I will see you later. Bye.